So not much filming going on today, guys, but quick carb clean on this, and this is starting and running and riding. It still had its restrictor. Now this guy has been going to local garages for ages, and they charge him £300 a service every time. They said they de-restricted this, yet that was still in the carb, so it wasn't. And they put on a new exhaust for him, and these are the restrictors in the exhaust. Them two, they're meant to be cut off and closed, welded closed. So actually, these local mechanics, who I don't know them, they're ripping him off all the time. £300, and honestly, it doesn't look like a serviced bike. Everything I touch, it's all dirty. It just doesn't look like a serviced bike. If I was this guy now, I mean, first of all, I'd be coming to me. I'll do the service for the price of the parts. But secondly, I'd really just either do it yourself or stop going to whoever's doing this to him, because it's ridiculous. And Danny's bike is up and running and riding, and we've put all new coolant in and everything's back on. He's just throwing on the fairings. A bit smoky, of course, at start up, because I'd sprayed loads of crap in the cylinders, but it cleared itself out pretty quickly. I do think that's going to be okay. And Rabjab's doing very little. He's doing a lot of very little. I just got it. No, yeah, you'd be afraid. You haven't picked up a spanner in months. All them bikes over there, you never pick up a spanner. I'm surprised you haven't pulled a chair out yet. That's the point. That's the point. Pull them out. Stop them. No, that's going to a scrappy.
You're selling that bike.
That's ready for sale.
Fat boy back over there.
Yeah, well, ruined that. Look, oh, Rabjab, look how nice that is.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Nah, yesterday, I spent all day yesterday finishing it. When you saw it last, it was corroded everywhere.
Alright, I've given more. Wax on.
It needs a tiny bit more cleaning, but nothing major, but it's a great start. It rides beautiful. That thing's fast.
Yeah, I took it.
No, it's even better now. I changed all the oil.
Okay.
It actually pulls really hard. How do you take that quad lock thing off? Try this. I think there's someone's asked for it.
I don't even know.
My concern is that is my original bolt underneath. I might not have one.
Nah.
Oh, is that a replacement bolt?
Yeah. It's good for somebody who's got a phone.
Little Allen key.
Yeah, this bit's got to lift up first.
I don't think it does then. Oh, I'll do the Allen key there first.
Yeah, that lifts up and there's an Allen key just
Oh, I
there,
see.
and then that loosens that one up.
This guy messaged me, he's called Steve, messaged me on Messenger, and I did that typical thing I do. This was about a month ago. Yeah, I'll throw it in the post. A month later and it's still on the bike. Oh, I don't know, I mean, I don't want you pulling a muscle or breaking a fingernail, Rabjab.
I ain't got no nails.
Wow, you must be shattered. That bit was meant to come off, why have you taken that bit off?
No, I just put it in there to see the right
Oh, that bit and then that bit. Yeah.
And then the one underneath
You've
it.
kind of broke. So this is it, MOT day. I'm going to attempt to get this in MOT. It's scrubbed up so well, I really can't believe it. some premium fuel just to get some clean in there. The ride will do it well, stretch its legs. I think it will pass. We'll soon find out. Google bloody lied. It said they in Maitland were open today with slight changes to hours. They weren't. Some slight snags. They're not really snags as well. They're more personal preference. I just want to adjust the clutch. I just want the bite to be a touch closer to the bar, and that really is my personal preference. The last time someone bought a bike, they said they didn't like it biting so close to the bar. But this bite's just a bit high for me. Gear changes a touch. Look how high it goes before it engages. So actually my foot only just squeezes under there in this resting position, but I've then got to go that high before we engage. So there's a lot of slop there. I'm not sure. There's a lot of slop there. I might need to turn this a bit just to take some of the slop out. It just needs to be a touch. Yeah, a touch better. And then I was thinking something else. Yes, the front brake is still a bit spongy, so if I power it and hold it, then I will it will come back, and then it goes back to being a touch spongy. Now my guess is really simply that I just didn't nip up the too much. In fact, look, it's a bit liquidy there, so I probably just need to nip this up a touch, and I'll just double check the banjo here. But look, in fact, if I get a cloth in a sec and I wipe that, we'll have an idea if it's just got a slight leak. Much better. So when I adjust the clutch, I go in up here. So I do leave a little bit for adjustment, but I go in a fair amount up here. And then of course we adjust down here to where the bite suits us best. Much better, much better. Let's see what's going on. That will work. Let me give this a wipe, put a lot of pressure on it and see if it's slightly leaking. It was wet, weren't it, earlier, but that could have been from yesterday, to be fair. Right, that is dry now. No sign of leakage, but I'm going to nip this just in case. A touch just in case. I'll nip that just in case. I did actually get a turnout of the crush washer there. Just need to touch these up. I'm going to do that now. I missed them yesterday. And that's it. Done. Absolutely nothing else. Very pleased. Let me do that. And then I'll come on to the scrambler over there. There's something. Yeah, I'll come on to the scrambler over there. Let me just do this little touching up on here. It's just with a hand brush, just this, because it just ties it in a little bit. And then I'm going to pull out that scrambler because I want to come back to something on that. So it's Thursday the 2nd today, second attempt to get an MOT. I'm a bit annoyed. I read the sign on the window. I'm not sure if it said the 2nd or 3rd, but in my head it did say the 2nd. This bike's running beautifully. I have no concerns about running at all. So I'm going to ride it up there, go and get some breakfast. I think I'll be back here. Soon, and it will have a MOT, I'm sure. But time will tell, you never know. It's cold today, it's the 2nd today. It is so cold. Do you know what? This year is the first year I've actually started wearing gloves. I've always been quite stubborn. I like the feel of levers. I feel kind of more secure on a bike with my fingers on levers, and I've had all the conversations over the years about certain gloves, thin gloves, racing gloves and so on. But this is the first year that I've got to the stage where actually I'm wearing gloves. But also I'm biking more this winter. I don't have a car at the moment, so maybe I've finally become a winter biker at the age of 39. It's in for MOT. Drives beautifully. I've that bike. I've really fallen for that bike. I really disliked it up until maybe 3 or 4 days ago. Until the day I spent polishing it up. It's really funny, that, isn't it? Like, it really shows you how a bike cannot appeal to you until it's actually looking nice. And it rides beautifully. You'd never have known how good it is. So I'm very pleased. Hopefully it passes MOT. It's going up for £1,200. It's a fuel injected, fully serviced, great running bike. I bought new brakes for it. That brakes is serviceable now, as is the back, because I took it apart and greased it whatever I needed to up. £1,200. It starts on the button every day. Worth every penny. So let's hope it passes. Let's get it home. Let's get it advertised. So that was interesting. That's a pass of MOT with no advisories. However, small issue, or a issue on the way back. Someone's coming to see the Held finally. That's great. Good. It's a nice bike. I spoke to the guy on the phone. He's coming down. He's coming quite far, but that's good. I'm going to pull that out. Just get it ready. On the way back, the rear brake become really spongy. In fact, almost non-existent. It was still working, but it just didn't. There out. Yeah, let me do that now, because this guy coming down, he's got the option for 2 bikes, right? This one's, I'll probably let this go for 11. That one's £1,000, no offers. Interesting problem, that, and my fault actually. The linkage pin had fallen out. So we weren't braking anyway. All that was pumping, but the lever wasn't linking it to the rear brake. So we're back. That's working perfectly well. Interesting that. If it fell out on the way to MOT, I would have been screwed. As in, I wouldn't have been able to have got an MOT. But also, I'm really glad I test rode this bike thoroughly. I want these issues to happen with me. I don't want them to happen with people who buy my bikes.